I will show some application. Till now, in my uh, first and second lecture, you have seen the first lecture was a few technical parts were there, and the remaining parts were survey based. The first lecture was machine learning and its application in our day-to-day life. And in the second lecture, we have seen it was totally one survey-based presentation, that is application of robotics in medical domain. The second lecture was that. And here, this some application is not survey-based. These are in this BCI or brain computer interface. I will show you some of my work as the application of BCI. Till now, I have not shown any of my work, but in this PPT, some of my work or my students' work, it can better to say my students' work will be shown. Okay, now let's start. So, what is brain-computer interface? The name says it all. Brain-computer interface, or BCI, is a direct channel. Is the researchers aim to build a direct channel between human brain and the computer. What is this channel means? These channels, actually computer brain interfaces, are designed to transmit sensory information from the brain. We have discussed in the previous two lectures about the sensory information, that this field of study, BCI, are designed to transmit sensory information from the brain or simulate the brain through artificially generated electrical signals. Okay, we can assume that brain is okay. How one organ, one of our organ, any of our organ is working, it's in working condition, or how we can move our hands, say. So, as we have mentioned earlier, that we can move our hand by our brain actually. Our brain first sends some sensory signals to that body part, those we want to move now, and after receiving this sensory signal only, the motor neurons are activated at that region, and then only we can move this body part, move that body part. Fine. So the all this all the mechanical process is done by the body part or the motor neuron part, and the computation process is done by our brain. Fine. So brain can be assumed, see here, biological brain versus electronic brain. The biological brain is for doctors, okay, but for us, for engineers, we can assume the brain as a, see, chip, and by what, this is just an assumption. There are chips, there are diodes, there are wires. So this is the electronic brain, electronic circuit. What does electronic circuit do? Using an electronic circuit, we can receive some signals, voltage signal or current signal, isn't it? Using any electronic circuit, we are making an electronic circuit, and what is the output? Output is some signal, a voltage signal or current signal in the easiest way. So here also the electronic brain will will provide you some signals. Fine. And we engineers are doing our work, we are doing our brain-computer interface domain work using that signals. Fine. So now let us come what is this signal means, how the signals are look like, how we process with this signal. This type of information will be provided in my next slides. Fine. The human brain is a specialized organ that is ultimately responsible for all thought and movement that the body produces, that we know. It allows humans to successfully interact with their environment by communicating with others and interacting with inanimate objects near their position. Fine, this is the work of our brain. These are the different parts, different working parts of brain: cerebellum, frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, temporal lobe. And these are the lobe, and all these lobes have their specific jobs. Okay. The work of frontal lobe is different from the work of temporal lobe. Here the different works has been shown. Fine. Not going into details. Okay. So I am not going into details with this frontal lobe and parietal lobe, but we have to understand the work of different lobe. We have to know that our frontal part is doing this work, the right hand side part is doing this work, the left hand side part is doing this work, and so on. Why? Because this is the actual picture. We are working with electroencephalogram signals, say we are working with EEG signal, and in EEG signal, instead of knowing that different lobe, the parietal, the temporal, the frontal, the cerebellum, this type of parts, we have to know the point-wise information. Well, these frontal 2 points are doing this. This next row, these 5 points, if we connect electrodes in this 5 point, we will get this type of information. The next row will provide us this type of information. So, for gaining knowledge with these different points of this circuit, we engineers are assumed the brain as a circuit. So, for gaining knowledge of this circuit, we have to know, we have to just know these terms and the work of these different lobes. Not going into details again. So, the type of brain-computer interface. Fine. Invasive techniques are there, partially invasive techniques are there, and non-invasive techniques are there. In last day's class, we have seen some robotic surgeries, and we have mentioned that these are invasive techniques. Now, in brain, invasive techniques means, see, inside the gray matter. Well, data, this is brain-computer interface. So, data can be received from our brain, or signal can be received from our brain if the signal is, or is the, whether the electrode is placed in the gray matter. If the answer is yes, the technique is called invasive. Fine. Whether the electrodes are placed inside the skull. Here also the partially invasive technique I am telling. If the electrodes are inside the skull but outside the gray matter, this is called partially invasive. Here also you have to cut the skull. Okay. And what is non-invasive? Here, for receiving any signal, the electrodes are placed just on your scalp. Outside the skull, just on your scalp. This is called non-invasive. So these are three type of brain-computer interface. The inside the brain, if the electrodes are placed inside the brain, inside the gray matter called invasive, inside the skull but outside the gray matter called partially invasive, and outside the skull is called non-invasive. Well, so invasive technique and partially invasive technique also, you can see that you have to cut the scales. So this is not an engineer's job, these are doctor's job. So we can leave these two process. Okay. And this non-invasive technique, when these non-invasive techniques are this non-invasive using this non-invasive techniques, we are getting signals. The see, these are the some diagram of non-invasive techniques. The first one is EEG, electroencephalography. The second one is MEG, magnetoencephalography, and the third one is very known to us, MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. These three processes are non-invasive techniques. We can get the signals, the neuroimaging signals from our brain, but by pressing the electrodes. In the last case, it is image based data. In the last case, it is not signal, it is image based data. But for EEG and MEG, these are signals. So electrodes can be placed outside the body or outside the skull, so we can get the signals easily. So we can say, now which one is better, invasive or non-invasive? In engineer's point of view, always we can say non-invasive techniques are better, right? For engineer's point of view, we are getting signal and we have not to cut the skull or any part of the body. We are very happy with it. So non-invasive technique is better in my point of view and also maybe your point of view. But if you compare the invasive and non-invasive technique, you will see the data received, the signal received from invasive technique and the signal received from non-invasive techniques. The signal received from invasive techniques are much more accurate. Okay, the signal received from non-invasive technique, as the electrodes are pressed into the gray matter, so the signal we are getting from this technique is much more accurate and satisfactory, definitely. But if you are using the non-invasive method, this is very much beneficial, not require surgery, not required long-term maintenance, no implanted electrodes, so there is no risk of surgery. These are the benefits, but many type of noises are there. So signals are good, definitely signals are good in EEG or in MEG, but if you compare this with invasive, then you can see with the invasive, signals are more accurate and satisfactory. Fine. So which one is better? It is up to you. So here are the examples of non-invasive already discussed. Now, in these three methods, the EEG, using EEG technique, we are getting the voltage signals. We are getting voltage signals, simple signals we are getting. So we engineers are very much comfortable with the voltage signals. So for engineering research, That means for brain computer interface research. This is the engineering research. The field name is brain computer interface research. The EEG signals are most popular. The EEG signals are most popular as because we are getting the voltage signals, and the EEG machine, we can get the EEG machine in various range. It is starting from, I think, 16 channel EEG machines are there. No, sorry, 2 channel EEG machines are there. Only if you want to, if you want to take the signals in frontal lobe, 2 points of the frontal lobe, you can take. 4 channels EEG machine is there. 16 channel is there, 32 channels, 64 channels, and so on. So EEG machine can be available in various range for this research purpose. Well, now is 1 minute. I have a picture of my EEG machine where I forgot. I think, yeah, this is the EEG machine from my lab. This is a 30 RMS Maximus 32 channel EEG machine. Okay, this is the EEG machine here. See this white and blue box. This white and blue box is the data recorder. Fine. Here the 32 channels are marked. The 32 channels are marked, and see, bunch of wires are there, and on the tip of each wire, see, small black dots or some black points are there. These are the electrodes hanging from the wire. Some black tips or black dots are hanging. These are the electrodes. This is how we have to take our data. See. From this machine, from these EEG machines, the electrodes are attached the scalp on the scalp of the subject, and the subject is doing something. This data is received in the computer. Okay, this the site computer. In the first picture, the computer screen is shown. This is the computer where the data has been received. Fine. This is the EEG machine of my lab. So now, EEG techniques for BCI. How the EEG signals can be recorded. Fine. So first, electrodes attached to the scalp. Second, electric signal, here voltage signals of the brain are amplified. Next, transmitted to the computer. Next, softwares are there, converts them into your desired control signal. If you use this signal to move an artificial arm, say, you want to move an arm, artificial limb, artificial arm is there, you want to move it using your brain. So this brain signal is accordingly amplified, and the softwares are there, some processors are there, the programs you have written already using the control signals. This arm can be moved using your brain signal. Okay. So now the computer commands controls the devices. This is how the research is going on. these are the placement of electrode over the scalp. Okay, this is the process. Fine. These are the electrodes, and electrodes are pasting. One paste is there. This is nothing but some salt water like paste. So using that paste, the connection of brain and the electrodes are become better. One screenshot, one screenshot of the EEG signal. Just a simple screenshot when all the channels are on. Here, 27 channels. No, here all the points has not been taken. F3, F2, F4, P4, P3, O1, O2, C3, Cz, and so on. So here is a sample EEG frame. Okay, this is how we see the frame. Here the x-axis is time definitely, and y-axis is the uh, different points. You can say the points, different electrode positions. Time going on, and this screen will be bigger and bigger. And the normal processing of EEG signal. First, signal acquisition. The first part, signal acquisition. Nothing but this one, signal acquisition. After that, feature extraction. No, actually, after signal acquisition, if there are noise, the noise removal parts are there. If you want to convert it in digital domain, these parts are there. Next, the feature extraction parts are coming. Okay, so signal acquisition and the noise removal and digitized it and so on. Next is feature extraction. Next is feature translation, and last is device output. See the graph diagram. Signal are received from the brain, EEG signal outside the scalp. The EEG signal has been received. Next, the signal has been sending for noise removal, or it is digitized. Next, signal processing. Using this digitized signal, the features has been extracted. Next, the algorithm is there in the processor. The algorithm is there, translation algorithm. So using that signal and the command signal, the control signal, the environment can be controlled, the movement can be controlled, human can be rehabilitated, some communication can be made, or some locomotive movement can be there. Okay, so these are the output of brain computer interface. This is the output of brain computer interface. We have seen in last day's class about the rehabilitation, how EEG signal is helping to rehabilitate of some paralyzed person. Okay, and we have seen also the movement control part, the prosthetic part we have seen, and the locomotive, the brain control wheelchair. I have already told about this. The environmental control part is there, using brain, whether you can switch on the light or not, whether you can close your door or not. Okay, so these are environmental control, and brain to brain communication is the future of this BCI. Work is going on in many places, so this is the communication part. Okay, and the feedback is there if negative feedback, and the loop is going on. Okay, the blood diagram is okay. Fine. So the area of implementation, definitely medical science. The first thing is medical science, as we have mentioned already in our last class. The robotic application in medical domain we have seen, but there the EEG signal was there in many robots used UG signal. So this is the field of brain computer interface, right? So area of implementation is enabling disabled person, vision and hearing, paralysis treatment, prosthetic devices, provide a means of communication to completely paralyzed patients, provide a means of communication to completely paralyzed patients. That means the person is completely bedridden, and if he or she can uh, switch off the light by a by his eye blink, okay, or eye gaze. This eye blink or eye gaze, this type of signal can also be received by this EG machine, fine, or by his thoughts only, by his thoughts, if he or she can instruct the robotic arm to feed him, right? So this type of means of communication can be made. And next, surgically implanted devices used as replacement or paralyzed patient. Okay, surgically implanted devices and prosthetics and paralysis treatment. We have enough discussion in our last class. And other area of implementations are in communication, in environment control, robotic control, playing games, okay, and neuro rehabilitation. Okay, neuro rehabilitation also we have discussed. Now come to our work. The first work, mm, this is this is a ACRB project that is going on in our lab. This project is going started on 2019. 2019 February. This project has been started. Hmm. Sorry, 2018 February. This is the last year of this project. So the project is providing limbic support to a partially paralytic person, okay, generating movement to his or her paralytic hand by using the brain signals, providing limbic support. Here we first uh, we are developing the artificial hand first. We are developing this part, and after that we will go to the artificial leg part also. The first we want to provide some support in the upper limbic part, the hand part. Fine. So first, in this work, we aim at providing limbic support to a partially paralyzed person. We have designed a mechanism for enabling a partially paralyzed person unable to move the paralyzed hand. Here, we also provide some kind of rehabilitation to a paralyzed person by selecting some hand exercises to the patients, which they can do their own with the help of designed hand gloves. Okay, so what we want to do? We are going to make, we have already made one. We are going to make the hand glove type structure. The paralytic hand, if you wear it in the paralytic hand, the sensors are with it, the actuators are in it, the sensors are there, the actuators are there, and the brain signals are continuously recorded, and the brain signals are continuously there, and using the brain signals the hand can be moved. This is our work. Okay, some sensors and actuators will be mounted on the designed hand glove. We will use the EEG signal of a paralytic person for creating movement in the paralytic hand with the help of installed sensors and actuators, and definitely motor is there. Very costly motor is there actually. The motor, the motor is the most expensive part in these hand gloves, in the designed hand glove. After wearing the designed hand glove, paralyzed people will be able to move the paralytic hand by just thinking of the hand movement in their mind. We are here. We are in this stage. Okay, the gloves has been made, and within this box, this red box, the sensors and the actuators are there within this box, and different type of this wall-like structures are the flex sensors. These are also sensors. This wall-like structure, these are also sensors. This is a cat picture. This is not the original one. These are the flex sensors. So the finger movements also can be possible using this. Here is the here is the only the uh, lower part of the hand glove, the hand only. Here is the total arm part. Okay. Here is the structure. Here is the structure. Right. Okay. What is the methodology? First, we will record the EEG signal of the patient using the EEG machine. Say he is thinking to move his hand right, or he want to hold a water bottle. Say. In the second step, EEG signal will be processed in a computing devices. In this process, we will remove noise from the EEG signal. After classification, we will obtain the type of movement of the person want to do in his or her paralyzed hand. Fine. After classification, the classifier is there. We have used ANN classifier, some deep learning based classifier. I am not going to details. I have not mentioned the classifier name here or the other technical details here. I am just giving the overview of the work. The work is very much complicated. Two of my PhD students are doing the same thing, are very much engaged to fulfill this goal. And but I am not going into details the major technical part. I am just giving the basic overview of the work. Okay, after classification, this part is very much complicated. The classification part, we will obtain the type of movement the person want to do in his paralyzed hand. Okay, if after classification, we will obtain this. Just I am giving the problem statement and I am giving the conclusion part. The in between part has been omitted by me because this will take much more time to understand. Well, and the last part is the motor has been installed in it, right? The human or the paralyzed person cannot be able to move his hand automatically or by himself. So the sensors and actuators and motors will help to create that movement in the paralyzed hand of the person. Right? So this is the goal of our work. This is the basic. This diagram is not ours. This is from internet. EEG signal acquisition, data pre-processing, feature extraction, classification, and movement in the paralytic hand with the help of the handcuff. So this is the first work I have shown to you. There are few words. This is a published paper. One conference, our students have read it, and they have sent the the other version actually, not this one, in a journal too, but I am telling you just the conference paper. Okay, this was a conference paper. Okay, detection of stress in human brain. Okay, uh, our students have done these experiments: detection of stress, detection of emotions, of human brain, detection of intelligence, the IQ measurement also they have done. But the stress detection, this type of work is being very popular in today's world. So this is one type of stress detection. I am showing one experiment only, but there are many more experiments, many other experiments are going on in our lab in this stress detection or stress control part. Okay, okay. In this experiment, uh, these are the basic of stress measurement. Stress management helps to reduce the stress level. If you can measure the stress level of a person, then this. Okay, so this is the work of this paper. Using the brain signal, stress detection mechanism was built and thus predict the stress level, whether the person is very much in stress or has low stress, like this. Okay. The working efficiency decreases, affect human memory, high blood pressure, premature brain aging, stroke, depression, and so on. All the side effects, all the effects of stress. This is our methodology. First, we are creating stress in human brain. We are creating stress in human brain. In this experiment, we have told the subjects to solve some mathematical problems. Okay, we have told the subjects to solve some mathematical problem, and they have to solve the mathematics throughout the day. To make it more stressful, we have set the level of mathematical problem. These are low level set. These are medium level set of problems. These are high level set of problems. These are very high level set of problems. So uh, after solving problem for say 5 hours, and you have been given a very tough problem, definitely it will create some stress in your brain. So this type of different situations we are creating for developing stress in human brain. This is the experimental environment. Okay, 5 question sets of different complexities are prepared. As I have told, different complexity, low level set and medium level, high level, very high level. This type of complexities are there. Subjects are told to solve all question sets one after another. Easy data of the subjects are recorded while solving this. Recorded easy signal then processed. Features has been extracted. These extracted feature values are stored with their known stress level. These are the training part. Okay, we know the stress level. Well, it has been assumed that if the person is solving low level problem set, then uh, he is gaining much less stress than the person who is solving the high level problem set. Okay, so these are known set of stress. These extracted features values are stored with known stress levels. Fine. Recorded feature values of we have taken first 25 subjects. These are all our students. In one classroom, we have got 25 students, and in 25 days, not in 25 days, in 12 to 13 days, the experiment has been finished. Okay. Recorded feature values of first 25 subjects are used for training purpose, and the recorded feature values of last 5 subjects are used for testing purpose. Okay, fine. So now how to predict or how to determine the stress level? The training method is okay. Now the testing part, whether it is uh, whether the correct stress level has been detected or not, whether it is providing the correct stress level. See, another question set has been prepared with different complexity level. One subject is told to solve the question set. Again, EG signal recorded, features values are extracted, processed. Uh, Next, multi-layer feed-forward network, I am not going to details, is trained with the training data, and with the training data, with the neural network algorithm, the classification has been made, and it has been seen whether the correct prediction has been made or not. Fine. These are the experimental details, recording EEG data, feature extraction, training, neural network, testing by neural network, prediction, indication. Now see, we have prepared 5 question paper sets. Okay, set 1, very easy, relaxed. Set 2, just it has been uh, started some complexity, so low stress. Next set, tougher set, moderate stress. Next set, the high stress set, and the alarmingly stressed level is after 5 or 10 hours of solving, you are giving this set. Alarmingly stressed, this question paper, the toughest one. So this is our set 5. Okay. And we are not taking the EG data of each and every nodes. The electrodes are set only FP1, FP2, F3 and F4 position. All are the frontal lobes. All are the frontal lobes. Fine. So we record the EEG data of FP1, FP2, F3 and F4 nodes for all subjects. EEG data is recorded while they solve these 5 set of questions. Fine. And the subjects are instructed to solve the questions one after another. And the data from these 4 nodes has been recorded. Fine. So this is the data recording. I have okay. Now the feature extraction. Here, the from this EG data, as these are voltage signal, time domain features can be extracted. The frequency domain features can be extracted. Right? You can extract the time domain features. You can extract the frequency domain features. We have taken here the most common, the most popular, some most popular features. Okay, these are the mixed of time domain and frequency domain features. We have taken power spectral density. We have taken wave rate coefficient. We have taken Fourier transform, then Kalman filter, and Zorth mobility and Zorth complexity. Well, these 6 features are extracted from the EG data. Okay, and the feature extraction techniques are different. This is also not a very easy job. First, we are getting this type of voltage signal. That's the stream. We are not getting any level. We are not getting uh, any values. We just are getting this window, voltage signal. If we are taking the signal for 15 minutes, we are getting the signal list, the signal frame for 15 minutes. Just this signal frame for 15 minutes. So now the general process is, now we have to digitize it. Each node signal is to be digitized for getting some value. Okay. After digitization, then you can reconstruct the signal. If you want to uh, if you want to get the value of the frequency domain also, the digital signals are enough. So now the mathematical parts are there for the feature extraction, for extracting the feature from this signals, from this value, from this voltage signals, and then the digitized signals. Right. Now this is mathematics. So recorded EEG data, then processing, then processed EEG data, then 6 feature extraction techniques, and extracted feature values are there. Just one training data set has been given. C for rest trace for one data. This is for one data, one moment's data. In the when the person is solving the rest trace question paper for second one, say these are his data. The power spectral density is 0.2281. Fourier transform is this one. Wavelet coefficient is this one. Zod coefficient is this, and the HC. Zod mobility and Zod complexity. Okay, and Kalman filter. So this is a sample table for rest stress values, for moderate stress values, for relaxed values, for alarmingly stressed, and for high stress. The information has been given. At first, we process the EEG data of FP1, FP2, F3, and F4 nodes of 25 subjects. We extract 6 feature values for different stress level, as it is. It has been shown. Okay, this data is used for training the design neural network. These are the simple data. Neural network. Uh, Neural network part. The neural network part has not been shown. Now the testing and efficiency calculation of the trained neural network. We have assumed that the neural network is being trained using this training data. Using this training data, neural network has been trained. Now the testing part. Again, one unknown subject is there, and he is watching the he is solving all the problems. Rest stress set, moderate stress set, relaxed set, alarming stress set, and high stress set, and the alarming another one. Okay. So he is solving all these data, and we are getting again the EEG signal values. After that, we are extracting the features. Okay, extracted 6 feature values of last 5 subjects, or you can say the efficiency calculation. This one is used for testing and validation. We have computed the efficiency of the design multi-layer neural network by using the test data set. The obtained efficiency is, this is neural network, and the support vector machines. This type of algorithms are supervised running algorithms, and this type of algorithms usually gives much accuracy. These algorithms are much more accurate. So using the neural network, we obtain a 91% of accuracy. Okay. How the stress level has been predicted? New set of question paper has been prepared. Instruct the subject to solve them process EEG, extracts its different feature, neural network, the trained neural network, the features has been sent to the trained neural network, and then the stress has been predicted. Okay, fine. Okay, this is the simple circuit made by the BTech students using the previous work. This is nothing but they have used an Arduino processor, and they have programmed this one using the easy data, using the previous one only. This is the signal, the LED lights is blinked. If the subject is alarming distress, then one buzzer is there in the picture. Where is the buzzer? In the picture, the buzzer I cannot see. One buzzer is there. If the person is alarming the steps, the buzzer is there, and it will shout. And if the person is high stress, then maybe the red light, I think the red light will glow, medium stress the yellow light, and less stress the green light will glow. So this is the circuit of this work. This is the ongoing work. So just after the testing condition, if the person has been determined with alarming stress, the buzzer will be on. If he is in high stress, then the red light will be on, and so on. So we can say it stress indicating circuit, a simple circuit, but the behind algorithms are complex. Okay, so this is the result, the confusion metric based. Fine, race stress 80%, moderate stress 92, total is 91%. Right? So these are the conclusions. Multi-layer network provide 91%. ठीक है. So just stop of this one. Okay, fine. So this stress detection work, I am showing here one work only. Here the experiment environment was made using a set of question papers. Using a set of question paper, we have the students have prepared the set of question papers with different stress level. They have labeled it with low stress and high stress and moderate stress, so on. We have done another stress related work, that is driving a car. If a person is driving a car, what is the stress level? And another work, when a person is driving a car, the drowsiness level, if he is drowsy or not. So these two words, the car driving related, these two words, detecting stress level and measuring the whether the person is drowsy or not. These two stress level, these two work is for reducing the driver stress related or drowsiness related accidents. So I have not shown these two words here as the time is limited, but this stress related more words are going on in our lab. This one is emotion related work, and another work is there, is going on. Actually, I had put the last work as the IQ measurement, then I have discarded it because my current MTech student is doing that work, and his thesis has not yet been submitted, so I have discarded it. This is the word 3 that I am mentioning. This is another conference paper. I am showing here the conference paper. Okay. Detecting human emotional state. Okay. Different emotional state of human brain using biopotential signals. Okay. Here also the environment has been made. The eh, experimental environment has been made to build some emotions or to stimulate some emotion in human mind, right? So how one us to what is the easy way to stimulate some emotion, stimulate with some emotion? What is the easiest way to grow some emotion in human? Okay, to create some situations, or the easiest way is, we thought, to show some video stimulus, to show some video stimulus, some movie clips. Movie clips can make a human happy. Movie clips can make him sad, or some video clips can make him angry, or video clips or movie clips has the potential to make us scared also. So we thought that video stimulus or the movie clips, if we show the movie clips to some humans, then the emotions may be arised. And this is the experimental environment has been created by showing some movie clips. The movie clips has been sorted very judiciously by our students for introducing these different emotions, for growing different emotions in the human mind. Okay. In our experiment, two different video clips, actually two types of uh, two different set of video clips are used for eliciting each of the emotion conditions: happy, sad, angry, relaxed, and scared in the mind of the subject. We select total 30 subjects of age group 18 to 35. All of them are our students. We record the EEG signals of FP1, FP2, F3, and F4. Also, the frontal lobe, signals from the frontal lobe. The stress, emotions, these are all controlled by the frontal lobe of our brain. So, the signals, the frontal lobe signals has been taken. And apart from the EEG signals, also the pulse rate and the SpO2. SpO2 terms are very popular after COVID, but this experiment was made in uh, 19, no, yes, 19 January. This conference was Kodak. That the conference was in January 2019. So in our lab, we are doing our experiment using this signal SpO2 values uh, during before COVID, definitely. But nowadays, everyone has uh, this SpO2 measuring kit in their home, but then it was quite rare. Okay, it is the experiment was done in 2018, 17 or 18. We record the EEG signal of FP1, FP2, F3, F4 from the brain, and pulse rate. The pulse rate is important when the person is angry, or angry pulse rate is high, or when the person is very low, is sad, then the pulse rate is uh, low, and the scared, in fear. The person is in fear, then the pulse rate is high. Okay, SpO2 is also SpO2 also changed different emotions. Okay, the recorded EEG, pulse, and SpO2 is processed. We extract features from the recorded biopotential signals. Then here we have used a k nearest neighbor algorithm, also supervised, and hmm, accuracy is quite high. The training, then the validation, and the testing. Here the proposed methodology. Stimulus database is prepared. 30 healthy subjects are selected. Stimulus are shown to the subjects. EG signals, pulse rate, and SpO2 are recorded. Feature extraction is performed. KNN classifier model is designed. Designed KNN model is trained with the extracted feature values. Performance of the KNN model is validated with the extracted feature values of 10 new subjects. This is for validation. Trained KNN model can predict the emotional state of a person from the extracted features of EG, pulse rate, and SpO2. This is testing. Now, experimental details. Recording of EG data, pulse rate, SpO2, processing all this, then feature has been extracted, then training using KNN, then validation and testing using KNN. Here our EG machine, 32 channel EG machine has been used. RMS maximum is 30. We record the EG data and uh, we record the EG data from these phone notes when the subjects were watching the video stimulus made by us. Okay, here see the front laptop, the videos are there, and that computer. See the first picture, the left hand side picture. The screen, this computer, the data has been recorded, and the computer in front of the person, he is watching the movie or movie clips. And here the SpO2 in the right hand side, you can see the finger. Here the SpO2 and pulse rate and the brain signals. Another machine is there in our lab. This is called biofeedback machine. The pulse rate and SpO2 has been recorded with this one. Here the SpO2 meter is attached actually. The SpO2 meter has been attached from this box. This SpO2 measuring device is there. Now these are the EEG features. Here we have taken much more features. We have taken frequency domain features as well as time domain features. The frequency domain features, we have taken power spectral density in different wave. This wave, okay, if time permits, I will tell about this, what are these waves in EEG. And the time domain features, we have taken mean, standard deviation, kurtosis, Zorth mobility and Zorth parameters, the other parameters, the skewness, the amplitude, and the RMS, root mean square values. Okay, these are the EEG features. We extract 4 frequency domain features and 8 time domain features from the processed EEG signals of FP1, FP2, F3, and F4 electrodes. Fine. Recorded EEG data, then processing, then processed EEG data, then feature extracted EEG feature values. So these are the EEG data. Apart from EEG, here SpO2 is there and pulse rate is there, right? So pulse rate, and for pulse rate and SpO2 we have taken these features. 5 time domain features are extracted from the pulse rate. Okay, and 5 time domain features also has been extracted from the SpO2. The features are same. You can see for both SpO2 and pulse rate, the features are maximum value. These are just one value is given. Now all of you are aware of SpO2, and you can see the maximum value and minimum value. The around 98 or 99 or 100 we are okay. If our SpO2 is below 90, then we are not okay. So these are the maximum value and the minimum value of a person. So during the total time, if the video is of 1 hour length, and during the total time we are taking the SpO2 in say 10 seconds interval. Now we will measure the maximum value and the minimum value, and here also for pulse rate also the maximum value or the minimum value for this interval, for an interval. Okay, then the standard deviation can be done, then the kurtosis can be done, and the skewness, the mathematical calculated features. What are the training of the design KNN model, K nearest neighbor model, one supervised technique. This one is one supervised technique, very easy, very much easy to understand, but I am not going to details of that. The design KNN model is trained with the extracted EEG features, pulse rate features, and SpO2 features of 30 subjects. Design KNN classifier model is trained. If you accumulate this all this data, then the level data number is coming this 15360. Okay, because the EEG data set is a large data set. Every time, if you sample it in a 4 second or 5 second or 10 second interval also, although it is coming very large value data set. So the KNN classifier model should train with a quite large number of level data. Each level data consists of 22 features values, 22, here 5 and 5, 10, and here total 8 plus 4, 12. 10 plus 12 is 22. So each level data consists of 22 features, 12 from EG, 5 from pulse rate, 5 from SpO2. This 15360 level data, which is used for training purpose, consists of 5120 level data for each of the emotional set. Okay, there are 5 sets, so 15360 divided by 5 equal to 5120. Whether it is correct or not, the multiplication. Okay, I don't know, maybe. No, this is divided by 3. So the calculation is wrong. Okay, then ignore this calculation, but using this level data, we can train our system in happy set and sad state and relaxed state and angry state and feared or scared state. Okay, these are all trained using this 15360 level data. Okay. Now, the confusion matrix based result. The angry emotion has been correctly predicted by 99 using 99.6% efficiency, scared 100% efficiency, happy emotional state has been detected by 78.8% efficiency, relaxed 98.4%, sad 99.8%. Using KNN, overall efficiency is 95.4%. As this is supervised learning, again, so efficiency will be high. So the designed emotion detection. This paper is also the this paper is for this paper was actually this is for codec. I can remember this paper was written for codec, and after that the extended version is written. The extended version has already been completed and it has not yet submitted in any journal, but we will soon submit this extended version of this paper in in a journal. The extended version is very much extended actually. This SPO2 pulse rate was not there, only EG part is there. The emotional features are also modified, and apart from KNN, another classification algorithms has been used. So the extended version or the modified version is very much modified around 60% or 70% modified. So we are waiting to submit it in a good journal. Okay. So here is the conclusion. The designed emotion detection mechanism can classify human emotions into 5 categories here. KNN algorithm has been used. Designed emotion detection mechanism can classify emotion into angry with the accuracy of 99.6%, feared with the accuracy of 100%, happiness with the accuracy of 78.8%, relaxed with the accuracy of 98.4%, and sad with the accuracy of 99.9%. So overall efficiency is 95.4%. In future, EMG signals and galvanic skin response can be there. Now, apart from 15 minutes left. Okay. So quickly I am now ending. Apart from our work, there are many interesting works are going on in BCI. Okay, in brain computer interface. This one. Okay. One hand is working fine. Fine. One hand is working fine and the other hand is not there. Okay. So see this, the damaged muscle using the power of thinking. The patient is mentally visualized both hands are closed. The patient is mentally visualizing strongly, very strongly. He is visualizing that I can close my both hand. So one hand is there, other is not there. This hand is maybe in working condition, this hand is maybe paralyzed. So this mental power can be enhanced and can be processed and can be classified for moving the impaired hand. Okay. So we have already shown this type of thing in our previous class. And here, the wheelchair, the gesture control wheelchair. I have told in my last class that hand gesture controlled wheelchairs are there. Here are the pictures. I have missed these pictures in my last day's slides, so I have put it here. This is also suitable in this portion also, brain computer interface. Okay, gesture controlled wheelchair, and also eye blink controlled wheelchair, and also there are brain controlled wheelchair. Only brain controlled wheelchair are there also. Okay, but these wheelchairs are much more popular. Brain and hand gesture control together. If you only think to move right, then maybe uh, due to some imperfection, it may guide you wrong. But if you use both your brain signal and your hand gesture, then the movement will be uh, 95% accurate, say. So these are some magical inventions of BCI, brain and hand gesture controlled wheelchair. Fine. The chatbots, some type of chatbots. This chatbots is firstly thought for removing the stress of your brain. Okay, this Babylon chatbot. See, this is your personal doctor, or I have a headache. I have a headache. I see. Would you mind answering a few questions about your head? Sure. First thing first, have you recently injured your head? So, this type of questions is being asked by this Babylon app, and whether the answer is yes or no, it will assume your your mental condition. So this chatbots, this Babylon is a very old chatbot actually. There are newer chatbots also who uh, are using the BCI technique. You are wearing a brain cap and it is understanding your mental health, and just like friends, it is accompanying you, it is chatting with you. Or maybe it can be possible that in near future this type of Alexa or Siri type of household gadgets also tell something or made conversation with you according to your mood. If you are stressed, it say something that will reduce your stress. If you are sad, it maybe want to decrease or decrease your sadness or so on. It may be possible. So, future of BCI. This is the future of BCI. These experiments are going on. Brain to brain communication. You are thinking, your friend is thinking, and your thoughts are being exchanged. Telepathy, brain to brain communication. We don't know this telepathy, the actual telepathy term is present or not, but two people working together telepathically to play a video game. This is the experimental view. Two persons are working together, but uh, they are both staying now in remote places, say, but they together are playing a video game using the brain signal. Okay, so near future world, these works are going on. So near future work is this telepathic or brain to brain communication. So here are the future work. For the future, BCI technology seems very applicable in a wide variety of areas, whether it be medically or commercially. The possibilities of